Hello people, this is VideoGameStupid and this is me. This is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video. It's not going to be so much fancy or anything. It's going to be kind of casual, I guess. Like, it's going to be so casual, you might see me actually go into the bathroom throughout the video. So expect that. But we're going to talk about wrestling today, specifically WrestleMania 28. Let me just mention that it's going to be so casual that sometimes when I'm playing King of Fighters 11 right now, and I'm waiting for matches to start, so whenever I get a match, I'll just play that, but I'll talk about WrestleMania at the same time, and I'll just put the camera towards the game so you can actually see the gameplay and stuff, and give you some kind of visual to watch, other than me talking, triple my mask on my face. I mean, WrestleMania 28, like I said before in like the John Cena Son of a Gun video, I haven't seen wrestling, WWE in a long time, like, it's been ages. Like, the last WrestleMania I saw was WrestleMania 25, and that was like back in like 2005, 2008, 2009, I think. Back when like the first time Shawn Michaels and Undertaker went against each other, and that was awesome. That was a very emotional match right there. Like, it was just an awesome match. But WrestleMania 28, okay, let's just talk about that now. This isn't like an overview or anything because I haven't actually seen it yet. This is like, basically, consider this to be like an underview. Basically, it's blind. I haven't even seen WrestleMania yet, but it's been getting a lot of hype, and it's actually the day after WrestleMania right now. So this is... what day is it today? April 2nd, Monday. The day after April Fool's Day. WrestleMania was already done with. I don't know anything now. Well, there's one thing I know and stuff because I saw... I'll talk about it later in the video, but... besides that little thing, though, I don't know anything about... I don't know how any of the matches went. I don't know who won what. I don't know what happened, like... I literally don't know, like... But that's the problem, you see? It's like... You figure with all the hype it got, you would see something on it, like, you log into Yahoo or something, .com, go to Yahoo.com, you see, like, in the news, like, oh, John Cena won against The Rock, or Chris Jericho beat, or The Undertaker's streak is gone. But nothing at all. Like, nobody said anything. Like, I don't know, it kind of frightens me, because it makes me think, like, maybe WrestleMania was so underwhelming that it was just, like, nobody wants to talk about it. Or maybe it was so, it was so groundbreakingly amazing, so just explosively magicalness stuff. It was so magical. It was so breathtaking that nobody can say anything about it. Nobody can type anything on the internet about it. It's like, this is like, it's like the end of WrestleMania. It's like fucking 8 o'clock right now, 8 o'clock p.m. right now, this Tuesday, April 2nd. And people are sitting at TVs after WrestleMania's gone off and just kind of like this. They're dazed. They can't do anything. That's why there's nobody talking about WrestleMania, because nobody can talk. They were so amazed. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that either it was so underwhelming or it was so amazing that nobody can. It's like you talk about it in a hushed voice. Like, it's so amazing that you can't really talk about it in public. You have to like whisper about it like it's Lord Voldemort or something. Like, hey, you remember WrestleMania? Yeah, WrestleMania. We can't talk about it. Let's go in a private corner somewhere. Yeah, but I don't know. But what I do know is that there was a bunch of matches. Many of them were hyped up to super amounts of levels. Like, they were so hyped up, it was just like... It almost made me want to buy the pay-per-view, but I don't buy pay-per-views. Like, if I can, I'll watch it wherever I can get it. That's all I'm going to say, but... well, if it's on YouTube, it might be on... Because I know there's a lot of pay-per-views on YouTube, like... They have WrestleMania 26 on YouTube right now. I might watch that sometime, because I haven't seen that yet. But I don't know, it's going to be on YouTube soon, so I'm just going to watch WrestleMania 28 from there. So, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna say I'm just fine with that. But anyway, one of the matches I can remember. Don't expect you to remember all the matches, because I'm not gonna remember. If I don't remember some of them, that means they weren't important enough. Okay. All right. So we're first gonna talk about the match with the Divas. I don't even remember who was in that. Who the fuck is in that match? I don't even remember. The only person I know that's in there that I can remember right now is Menounos. She's like a talk show host, actress, news journalist person, but she's wrestling, and apparently she's wrestled before in the past, which is like really shocking to me. So apparently she's like a news journalist, actress at day, but at night she's a sexy wrestling diva person, which is it's kind of interesting, I guess. It's in a weird way. Yeah, I don't really care for the Divas match, you know. To be honest, I just want to see the boobs jiggle, but because it's PG now, there's not much jiggle anymore. Like, the PG rating just stole the jiggle. Like, it's just ripped out the jiggle, threw him away, and just said, "This is PG now." So I don't really care for him. I don't even know who's in the match. Like, I think like Natalia or something's in there, or Beth Phoenix or something. Oh, there's a match. Like, somebody's in the match. I don't know who though, but I don't know. I don't really care for it that much. But anyway, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is Freaky McNasty. I beat him before. He's not that hard. Let's see. The next match I'm gonna talk about is the match between Big Show and Cody Rhodes. I don't know what to say about that one. All I can really think is that, like, the embarrassing moments part, it's like, it just seems kind of weird. Like, did Big Show really go to that WWE restaurant just to eat? I mean, maybe he was just doing promotionals for the for WrestleMania or something, you know? I don't think he actually just went there just to frickin' eat. Like, I think they're trying to like pull at strings or something, or they're trying to like make it sound as bad as worse than what it actually is. That's what I think. I don't know. I don't really care for that match either. Like, I really don't. I don't know. It's like Big Show's awesome and all, but I don't know. I liked him better as a heel. Like, as a face, I don't really know, because when I started watching WWE, he was a heel back then, and you know, it's like, you know, he's better as a heel, but as a face, it just doesn't work. And Cody Rhodes, I'm pretty much indifferent to him. I've even back in the days, like when he was with Bob Holly, I didn't really think much of him, but I think a little bit more of him now because he's a heel and he's like always like doing shit and stuff. But I still don't think I'm pretty much still indifferent to him. But yeah, that's that match. And let's see, father versus son, Rio versus his father Takuma. But anyway, let's see other matches. Oh yeah, Team Teddy versus Team Team Teddy versus Team Laurinaitis. Like, honestly, I've seen the teams. I know, yeah, people don't be spamming comments about wrestling is fake. Wrestling. I've been to pro. I've actually done pro wrestling school training before. They tell us the first thing, wrestling is scripted. So you don't mean to tell me that wrestling is. What was that? Oh, if I heard someone downstairs. You don't need to tell me wrestling is fake, but yeah, Team Laurinaitis versus Team Johnny. Like, I honestly don't think Team Teddy is gonna Team Laurinaitis versus Team Johnny. Wow, I'm retarded. Team Teddy versus Team Laurinaitis versus Team Johnny. I honestly don't think Team Teddy's gonna win. I really don't. Like, I don't have any reason to believe that. I mean, not to bash Santino or anything, but I don't know. He just doesn't seem just. If it was anybody else on the heel team, the bad guy team, god damn it, fuck you, Hawaii Jai. Fucking pink panties. Fuck you. Yeah. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I don't know, Team Teddy, it's like, they got Santino, they got Zack Ryder, who isn't a bad wrestler, but they're going up against Mark Henry, David Otunga, Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, who used to be Nikki. Who else are they going against? I don't even remember. They're going against a bunch of other bad guys that are like really tough. So it just seems like, you know, Team Teddy's gonna probably lose. All right, I'm sorry, Kensuo, you're dead. You're already dead. It just seems like they're gonna lose or something. Like, I just had the feeling that Team Laurinaitis is gonna win. Johnny Laurinaitis is gonna be the general manager of both Raw and SmackDown. I mean, Teddy has had his time with SmackDown. He's been like general manager since, like, I don't know, since like 2008 or something. So I think that, you know, maybe, you know, it's going to be like a passing of the torch or something. Like, you know, Laurinaitis, even though he's a heel and he's a bad guy, nobody likes him, you're going to give it to him just because. You're going to give it to him the fact that nobody likes him, and he's going to win that match. His team is going to win that match. He's going to become a general manager, and it's going to be chaos again. It's going to be like Vicky Guerrero controlling both Raw and SmackDown for that brief period of time. It's going to be probably worse than that, actually. There's another match. It's the same person. He wants to face me again. Okay, well, I'll face you again. I'll beat you again. And, you know, it's just like, damn. Like just a team like, and they got Kofi, they got R-Truth, they got Kali, you know, they got some pretty good people, but they got Zack. I mean, I'm not saying Zack Ryder is bad or anything, but Jack Swagger beat his ass for the championship. He beat his ass. Did you see that match? He like literally beat his ass, and he got the United States Championship. And you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna move on to the next match now, because I'm gonna keep talking about about Teddy's team losing over and over again until people just die. Like Takuma, who's about to die right now. Let's see who else. What other match was there? There was. What I can remember. What can I remember? I can't remember which of the matches. Oh yeah, Randy Orton versus Kane. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it that much. I mean, I don't know. I'm not feeling that match too much. Like, I'm feeling it more than the Big Show versus Cody Rhodes match. But even still, I'm still not feeling it that well. I mean, I like Kane and all, and Randy Orton's cool and stuff, but I don't know, the matches, it just seems kind of random. Like, it seems like a last-minute thing, almost. And it's like, I don't know, people are complaining like, oh, who watches wrestling for the story anyway? This is professional wrestling. It's like, oh, you know, I have my reason for watching professional wrestling, and you know, if I want to have a good reason for a match, and you know what, that so be it. But anyway, now to the next match. Still under view. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. I really don't. You know, I like Daniel Bryan. I don't know, people hate him, but I like Daniel Bryan. He's got some interesting wrestling technique, and he's got some wrestling moves and stuff. A lot of submission holds. Not many people do that many submissions and stuff anymore. Besides CM Punk, obviously, but. Yeah, I like D-Bry. He's okay in my book. He's funny. He's got that yes thing going on. Like, yes! And it's so random and stuff, but yeah. I mean, I don't really like. Yeah, actually beat one of my characters. Now, I don't really like Sheamus that much. I'm pretty much indifferent to him. Ever since he debuted, I've been indifferent to him. Well, when he debuted, he was a heel, so. I pretty much didn't really like him that much, but now I'm pretty much indifferent to him right now. Like, it's just like, oh, whatever. So obviously gonna be in the case of D-Bry versus Sheamus. No, not Sheamus. What am I talking about? Oh, D-Bry. I hope Daniel Bryan wins, or some people like to call him Danny Boy. I don't know. He might win. I hope he does. Well, it doesn't matter now because WrestleMania is already over at this point. Oh, you fucker. You fucker face. Fuck you, Wajai. Yeah, eat that. Oh, he only had one. That was his last character? I didn't even know that. I thought he still had a character left. No wonder why he's trying so hard. Oh, man. Alright, let me go change the camera back. I told you this is gonna be casual. This is gonna be super casual. Like, this is gonna be like it's gonna be like so random and stuff that nobody. Oh, another match. It's probably the same person. It's probably the same person. I bet you it's the same guy. It's the same guy. Freaky McNasty. Way to go, Freaky McNasty. You've been put on this video at least 3 times now. People will know who you are now. You're famous. You are a famous man. Or a woman, I don't know. Your name's McNasty, so you might be a woman, I don't know. Might be a nasty woman. Hulk. And, yeah, basically Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. I'm gonna vote for Sheamus. I mean, why do I keep saying shit? I'm gonna vote for Daniel Bryan. I want Daniel Bryan to win. I don't want Sheamus to win. Fuck that. But, yeah, and of course, Here's a match between Chris Jericho and CM Punk, but of course, I went about 10 minutes ago before starting this video. I went to CM. What's his name? CM Punk has his own YouTube channel. Allegedly, I don't know if it's actually his own channel, but that's what it's saying, and people believe it. So I'm like willing. I'm willing to. I'm willing to suspension of disbelief and believe that that's actually CM Punk's channel. CM Punk Made Chicago uploaded a video about Hulk Hogan being on his show. So I watched it, and then of course he said something about Chris Jericho losing. So I'm like, oh, great, I already know who won that. Thanks, CM Punk Chicago Made. Whatever. But, yeah. I mean, CM Punk, I like CM Punk. You know, he's got the straight edge thing going on. I'm straight, yeah, I guess I'm considered straight edge. I don't do drugs, I don't drink. Yeah, so he's got a lot of submission moves. He does a lot of kicking moves too. Any person that can do a kick move is good in my book. Or do a lot of like kicking maneuvers, leg maneuvers, because I'm good with my legs too. My legs are stronger than my arms, which is weird but true. But yeah, that's pretty cool in my books. But Chris Jericho is the reason why I started watching WWE in the first place. I'm not going to delve into the story, but let's just say, like, I saw a promo years ago of his debut return, and then I was hooked ever since, and I've been a Jerichoholic since that time. But I'll talk about it in another story. But yeah, pretty much Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. It's like two of my favorites. One is a bad guy, obviously, and one is a good guy. And, you know, I don't really have the mentality, like, I don't usually cheer the good guys on just because they're good guys, or cheer the bad guys, or boo the bad guys because they're bad guys. I cheer and boo whoever I want to cheer, you know? Like, if I want to boo Sheamus, I'll boo Sheamus if he's facing somebody, you know? But, yeah. Chris Jericho apparently lost to CM Punk, which, it disappoints me, but it makes me glad at the same time, because I keep hearing sounds downstairs. It's scaring me. It disappoints me and it makes me happy at the same time because, you know, I like them both. Not necessarily equally. I think I like Chris Jericho a little bit more than CM Punk, but, you know, still. But anyway, then of course we gotta talk about. We can't end this video without talking about end of the era match. Fuck you, Hawaii. Fuck you. Fuck out of here. About talking about Triple H versus The Undertaker with special guest referee Shawn Michaels. Shawn HBK the Michaels. Oh my goodness, that match was that match it's been hyped up since day one. It's like not as much as it hasn't been as hyped as the next match I'm gonna talk about, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, oh my goodness. People are hyped up like crazy. Like, it's probably one of the biggest matches on the card. Me personally, I think that, like, you know what, this Triple H versus Shawn Michaels as special guest referee against The Undertaker, against his streak, which he has not lost yet. Maybe he's lost it by now, I don't know. But I feel like if Triple H wins, then that's gotta be some, like, you know, some foul play in there. It's just, like, you know, like The Undertaker said now on Raw tonight, the match must be pure. And I feel if Triple H wins, he's either using his backstage powers or something, or some crap, or I don't know. I really don't know. I hope The Undertaker keeps his streak. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope in the Hell in a Cell match between Triple H and The Undertaker, with special guest referee Shawn Michaels, that The Undertaker wins. I didn't even change the camera because I didn't even need to change the camera angle because I knew he was gonna come back again. He always comes back. But anyway, yeah. Triple H versus Undertaker, like, that's a big match too. That's a big deal. Like, you know, it's kind of playing the end of the era thing. Is kind of playing on the fact that, like, I mean, it obviously is talking about the Undertaker, possibly the end of the Undertaker streak for good, but also it has to do with, like, the whole entire, I guess, because 2013 is supposed to be supposedly supposed to be the end of the world. So I don't know. Maybe the Undertaker's streak will end when the world ends. You know, the world will end because the Undertaker's streak has ended. That's why that's what 2013 is about. The Undertaker's streak ends, so does the world. So does Earth. So does all life on the planet, pretty much. So if Undertaker loses, I'm gonna be pretty pissed at Triple H that I can't go to conventions anymore or WWE events because they're all dead by 2013. But anyway, yes, that's my thoughts on that match. But of course, the match I gotta talk about, the biggest one. Let me just go on. Let me just reach up to speed on how much wrestling, of a wrestling aficionado I am. I'm not that, to be honest, I'm not that much of a wrestling aficionado. I mean, I have some DVDs of wrestlers and stuff, not a lot. I've watched a lot of videos of things from the 90s and the early 2000s and stuff like that. I watch videos on YouTube of stuff like that. So, I always know who The Rock is. I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh, who's The Rock? I don't know who The Rock is. I want John Cena to win instead. Just because I know who he is. I'm not one of those kind of people and stuff, but I'll tell you my wrestling history. Like, back in the early 90s, like when I was like 5, 6, I used to watch wrestling a lot. I used to watch a little bit of wrestling and stuff, Every once in a while it would come on. It would be on the TV. Whenever it happened to be on the TV, like I was 5 or 6 years old. I barely knew how to control, a remote control. I didn't even know what channel, I didn't even know what show I was watching. I don't know if I was watching WWE or if I was watching WCW. That's just how much I didn't know, Like I might have been watching WWE, I might have been watching WCW. I don't really remember. But I do have a vivid memory of a match between Bret Hart and some other guy. I don't remember who the other guy was, but it might have been Shawn Michaels, I don't know, but there was some match between those two. Between two people. I have a vivid memory of that, but pretty much I don't really, have like that good of a recollection when it comes to like WWE and stuff. Like, no, I'm not like that with WWE. But yeah, and then when I came like 8 or 9 and stuff, I used to visit my cousins a lot, and they used to watch I used to visit my cousins in Florida and stuff, and they watched wrestling a lot. Like, they would change the channel of wrestling, and I'd watch it with them, and we kind of share memories of that. And that's pretty much the only time I watched wrestling at that time. Like whenever I went to my cousins and stuff. And one of my favorites was Razor Ramon, and then. It got to the point where we didn't visit as much, and they didn't really watch wrestling that much either, so I kind of fell out of place of wrestling. Sometime before The Rock actually came into the scene. Or sometime before or after, I don't even remember. And pretty much for like the next many, many years, it wasn't until like 2007 until I started actually watching wrestling again. And that's like... the video stopped randomly, so I don't even know where it stopped at, but I was talking about wrestling and stuff, and... we're going to continue it off from here because it stops after like 22 minutes or something. Randomly. No reason. So, yeah, anyway. Yeah. So, by the time I started watching WWE at that time again, as an actual fan, John Cena was big on the scene, and then slowly I became a John Cena fan. I'm not going to lie. I like the guy. A lot of people don't like him and stuff, but I'm one of those few people that just says, what? The guy's cool in my book. I like him. He's alright. Because I guess people want to play the PG rating on him, but, around the time the PG rating started, Linda McMahon was running for governor of Connecticut, and I think to make herself look, I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not even getting into it. I'm just going to talk about John Cena versus The Rock. Oh my goodness. This match has been in the making for a long time. Like, a year pretty much. Like, a year. That's how long it's been. Like, they started to hype for it like a year ago. More than a year ago. And now it's just getting to the point where it's gotten so big that it's like one of those matches where, people might actually die from the... That's what I feel anyway. Some people might actually die. Some people might have actually had a heart attack or something from watching that match. Just like, they're just like, their heart explodes out of their chest. But oh my goodness, like that match. I definitely want to see that match. I mean, I like The Rock. I respect The Rock now. You know, he's charismatic. He's electrifying and stuff. But you know, I didn't watch WWE back in the days when him and Stone Cold were big on the scene. So a lot of it just kind of, it doesn't go over my head necessarily, but you know, it doesn't hit me the same way it hits most people who were like watching it during the late WWE during the late '90s, or WWF in that case. And I love this theme. You can't hear it though because I turned the volume down. Tame the Bad Boy. Go look it up. But yeah, but John Cena. I mean, even though he's kind of changed, he's obviously changed and stuff since like his hip hop rapping days and stuff. You know, I still like the guy despite that. And the match kind of mirrors that of Hulk Hogan versus The Rock back in 2002. And just 10 years later, now it's The Rock versus John Cena. And if I remember correct, I just watched that match actually just to recollect on it, and The Rock actually won that match against Hulk Hogan. And you know, it seems like a passing the torch or something, like, you know, it's like Hulk Hogan, nice. Hulk Hogan beat The Rock. I mean, The Rock beat Hulk Hogan. Who's to say that John Cena isn't gonna beat The Rock? You know, it's like one of those passing over the torch of greatness thing, you know. And you know, people may be hating on John Cena now, but even back then, when it was the Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, people were booing the shit out of him. Like, they were like chanting Hogan. Like, it wasn't like a one-sided thing either. Like, it wasn't like, you know, half the people were cheering for John Cena, and half the people were like booing John Cena. It was like everybody was booing The Rock pretty much when it was Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. And I'm pretty sure people had the same sentiments about, you know, Will Riot, you know, that whole entire Will Riot bullshit if John Cena wins mentality, you know? Like, towards The Rock, like, you know, Will Riot if The Rock beats Hulk Hogan. So, I feel like it's a passing of the torch. John Cena, I mean, I'm not gonna say I want John Cena to win more than the Hulk, more than The Rock. I don't want John Cena to beat The Rock. But, you know, I feel like it's a passing of the torch. And that's the way I feel about that, you know. Maybe John Cena won, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe The Rock actually beat John Cena. Even if that's the case, you know. I'm getting super paranoid. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe John Cena is going to win. I really don't know. I can't really say much about it. So, like, this isn't stuff I've seen. I kind of want John Cena to win, but at the same time, I kind of want The Rock to win too. It's like, it's a mix and mix thing. I mean, I really don't. It's like, and for me to say that, because I'm a John Cena fan, like, you know, I'm a John Cena fan and stuff, like, just, you know, I got his t-shirt and stuff. I got his, a picture with his dad several times. But, you know, The Rock was, it wasn't really before my time, but I kind of skipped over it. But I still want The Rock to win despite that, you know, despite the fact that I don't know The Rock that well. I still kind of want him to win the match as well, so, you know, that's how much I kind of respect The Rock, you know. Still want him to win despite the fact that I don't know who he is that well, but he's still electrifying. He's still got that rock bottom, the people's elbow, which is awesome. eyebrows. Oh, somebody different. Timber the Kitten won. See how he fares. But yeah. So what I feel about that. Hopefully, I really don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that match. I mean, who's gonna win? Will it be like one of those things where, and I hope nobody interrupts it. I hope it's not one of those matches where some random person interrupts a match and fucks it up. I hope it's a pure match, and they just go through with it and they do it, and it's as explosive as they claim it to be. And it's going to be like leaving people breathless. It's going to leave people in tears. It's going to leave people crying. It's going to leave people in anger. It's going to leave people. I just want it to be one of those kind of matches, you know. And one thing I learned when I was in professional wrestling school, one thing I learned from my teacher there, he'd always say, like, it doesn't always matter who won the match, because of course wrestling is scripted, but it matters how well the match was done. It matters basically how did people love it? Did people cheer? Did people cry? Did people boo? Did it get a reaction? You know. Like, you don't want it to be like one of those matches where somebody won, but it was like a boring match or something. I mean, obviously you want somebody to win, but you also want to be entertained as well. You want it to be like one of those blockbuster big matches. Only time will tell, though. And I'm done talking about the actual WrestleMania part. If I missed anything, then that's kind of too bad, I guess. If I missed any matches or missed anything to talk about, then that's well. If I can't remember it, then that's too bad. The match wasn't that big of a deal then. But I think I got all the matches that needed to be mentioned, so I think I'm good in that department. Let's talk about the scenery though. Like, I don't really know who the special guests are supposed to be, but oh damn it! I hate the music, but the music sounds so ugh. I mean, I like the music when I like the second WrestleMania theme when they play like the Undertaker, the end of the era theme of Undertaker and like Triple H and stuff, but I don't like the theme when they played John Cena versus. But you know what theme I'm talking about? It's like I don't know what it's like some girl singing or something, and it's like some bad hip hop dubsteps. I don't even know what the fuck it is. Piss me off. But they could have done better music, like. I don't know. They could have done a better choice of music. That's what I think. Damn. Motherfucker ain't joking. Alright, so pretty much that's all my thoughts on WrestleMania 28 that I've seen so far. I haven't actually seen the pay-per-view yet. And I'm just going to finish this match up and then I'm going to stop the video. This guy's actually a lot better than Freaky McNasty. You get a slow golf clap from me. Right over her head. Bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Don't let me pull my giant sword, bitch. Oh, never mind. Just blow you up with my earring instead. Alright, people. That's a wrap. That's me talking about WrestleMania. Hope you guys weren't too bored by that. Ooh, I got an achievement! Isn't this fun? Win 50 ranked matches played. Awesome! I thank y'all for joining me, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys are WWE fans and you watch WrestleMania, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it'll be as enjoyable for me as it was for you when I finally get to watch it on YouTube. But in any case, people, it's VideoGameStupid, and I am out. Peace.